Well, it was less ideal situation for several passengers on board a Bahamas Air flight from Grand Bahama to New Providence yesterday, who quickly left the island after the Prime Minister announced domestic flights to and from Grand Bahama have been suspended. Many of them are now quarantined for the next 2 weeks. They shared their ordeal with our Amajal Knowles.
Well, it was a chaotic scene last night at the Lynden Pinling International Airport as dozens of passengers aboard a Bahamas Air flight that departed from Grand Bahama into Nassau were stranded on the tarmac for roughly an hour before they were escorted onto buses by members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force to government-issued quarantine facilities. Now, we managed to speak with a few of the passengers who gave us these details of their overnight experience.
We arrived in Nassau at 8:16, but then the pilot announced that we couldn't leave because we needed clearance from the Ministry of Health. We didn't get off the plane until 9:30. Once we got off, I thought the worst was behind us. However, once we reached baggage claim, there were police officers who unexpectedly announced that we would have to go to Breeze's Hotel for a health process and quarantine. We were lined up waiting for buses. I didn't leave the airport until 11:30 p.m.
The passenger who wished to remain anonymous says if she knew she would have been subjected to a possible quarantine, she would have not left Grand Bahama.
We were told that this is the last flight out of Grand Bahama and our last chance to get out. And as some of us are international and reside abroad, we had to take the flight.
Now, outside the resort, we managed to speak with the mother of one of the quarantined passengers, her daughter, whom she says was traveling with a young child, making the situation less than ideal. The lady indicating that both mom and baby are fine.
Her baby is a newborn. He's pretty comfortable, though. He has been, I guess, as any young baby would be, but it's been reasonably good. It's been comfortable for her and the baby. They're allowing me to bring items into her at the hotel. There's a security guard at the gate, defense forceman, and it's quite organized. They get your name and they allow you to send items in, and items are sent out. So it's pretty good.
Now, in his address in Parliament this morning, the nation's chief, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Min, is shedding more light on the issue, saying there was an excess load of passengers who wanted to come to New Providence, so an immediate decision was made to try and obtain as many accommodations as possible.
Obviously, Mr. Speaker, this would have caused great stress and duress and inconvenience for many Bahamians because they would not have known that such a measure had been taken. But I want to assure them that such a measure was taken to ensure the safety not only of themselves, but ensure the safety and the survival of the entire Bahamas and the Bahamian economy. And therefore, for the inconvenience, I would like to apologize to those Bahamians who were definitely inconvenienced.
For ZNS Network News, I'm Amajal Knowles.